just got off the tram and walking up to volunteer at the parkrun. I'm volunteering at Holyrood parkrun today, which is one of the 3 parkruns in and around the Edinburgh area. It's right round a former extinct volcano. Let's hope it doesn't erupt. With my recent luck, it probably will today. And today I am one of the funnel managers, so that'll be good fun. Just walking up probably the steepest hill in Edinburgh. The weather is actually okay just now. It's set to be kind of stormy this weekend, but the storm's not come in, so instead I feel like I'm just a weather forecaster. It's just like a bit too hot. It's actually really hard to show how steep this street is. I kind of wish somebody would come up on a bike struggling. Maybe this guy will show. So yeah, so a nice little walk from the tram. This parkrun's also perfectly situated for Edinburgh Waverley Station. You see the kind of Edinburgh skyline there and the Scott Monument. And just behind me we've got Calton Hill. And just to the side the Scottish Government buildings, St Andrew's House. Quite a historic building this. Lots of information about it here. It opened on the 4th September 1939, less than 24 hours after the outbreak of the Second World War, and it remains to this day a bustling centre of government. So yeah, as you can see, it's like a kind of brutalist Art Deco style building. Just some more information about St Andrew's House. It's on the site of what used to be Edinburgh's Calton Jail, a grim fortress and the scene of public hangings. The prison was demolished in 1930 to make way for the St Andrew's House. Statues representing the 1930s government departments, health, agriculture, fisheries and education still tower over the building. So that's Calton Hill there, and that's where the 1 o'clock kind of gun thing falls down from. This is the old school building, and a few years ago was the venue for the Hidden Door Festival, which is an amazing festival that takes over buildings at risk of kind of falling into disuse and makes this amazing festival around them. It's one I volunteer at as well, so I'm really looking forward to it. I honestly think this is one of the nicest walks anywhere. So that's Arthur's Seat over there, the old graveyard there. And the parkrun is one loop round the road at Arthur's Seat. So it's one loop, one mile a bit uphill, 1 mile a bit flat, and then 1 mile super downhill. So it can be quite a fast course if you're fast on downhills, and also you get, obviously because it's kind of round, it's high up, you get 360 views of the city. It can be affected by the wind because it's kind of high, so you can really feel the wind in either direction up there. But it definitely is a super beautiful parkrun. Just passing the Burns Monument. This is usually open on doors open day If you want to see more about that, please look at my video on Crichton Parkrun. If you do like my content, please like, subscribe and share. It would be really appreciated. It's not every parkrun you get to walk through an old graveyard on your way to it. And that's the joy of Edinburgh. There's history at every turn. Holyrood. You can go in and visit that before and after the parkrun. There's also the King's Gallery, an exhibition about tracing the Georgians. To the start of the parkrun. This bit's like the final straight, and it's actually kind of, when you're actually running it, I've run this a few times, it's slightly uphill, like almost imperceptibly uphill. Yeah, lots of people already out walking, running, kind of wheeling around here, so yeah, it's a great kind of outdoor space for the city. So here we are today at Holyrood Parkrun, and are you volunteering today?
I'm volunteering today, yes. I'm doing the finish tokens.
Fantastic. What about you?
I'm running, but I'll stay in the cafe after and help sort the finish tokens.
Oh, fantastic. And why do you like kind of volunteering at parkrun?
Well, we've sort of got a little bit of a community now, haven't we? We've got to know each other just by coming. We don't all come every week, but usually there's somebody that you know each week when you come, and go to the cafe afterwards and have a coffee.
What cafe is it?
It's Dynamic Air.
Ah, right, cool. I might go there myself afterwards. And I think this is a pretty big parkrun, isn't it? Kind of quite a few hundred people often, or?
Probably over 500.
Wow. Wow. And is this a regular one you come to, or do you travel around for parkrun?
We mostly come here, but last week we went to Lochend Woods at Dunbar. So
was it muddy?
Very.
Are your shoes recovered?
I had to clean them a bit this morning.
Okay, thanks very much. Cheers. It's a really big turnout at the parkrun here today. One of the volunteers is guiding some people, especially right here, so it's fantastic. So here's our finished funnel. It'll probably be about 15 minutes till people start going through. I'm one of the funnel managers, so what that role is. Make sure people kind of stay in the order, that if they leaves the funnel or that would mess up the numbers. So that's the kind of role. So just well done, keep in order, keep moving along. There's a lot of people here today. I think it's because it's Easter weekend, so it's going to probably be quite a busy funnel today.
And then if it's somebody that says, well, I don't have a barcode, the chocolate chip. Okay. So we'll do that. And if we drop them, we are going at it.
Here's your first finisher, that's amazing. Well done. That's some run. Well done. Well done. Great running in a hot day. Well done.
Thank you. Oh.
Well done. Fantastic running. Well done. Keep in order.
I walked some of it, it's not bad yet. Caught up quite a bit on the downhill. I just like view Daddy Longlegs going downhill.
Great running, well done. Keep in order, coming along the funnel. So we're at about 440 runners now, so not quite as many. We thought there might be about 500, but not as many as that. Yeah, it is the holidays. This park run very rarely cancels. Even though the volunteers have to come and it's like miserable rain, it's also in quite an exposed location, but it's a great park run. So 444 runners today. That's the tail walker just come in. So just going to do the clean up now. So yeah, so we've just had I think 444 runners in today, so that's fantastic. Is this your regular park run?
It is, it's my closest park run, yeah, closest to home. I either do here or Portobello just outside Edinburgh, or the outskirts of Edinburgh.
Fantastic. Yeah. What were you doing today? Were you running or were you volunteering?
Park walker.
Right, how was that?
It's good fun.
Yeah.
Fun. Not many walkers today, usually we have more. But yeah, it was good and the weather was nice, so nice views across Edinburgh.
That's
so
great. That's great.
Met nice people.
What are you doing next week? Have you any plans? Any park run plans?
I'm working next Saturday, so I can't.
That's not fair.
Unfortunately.
Well, thank you very much for volunteering today. And the park walking really has taken off these last period.
People that it's not all about running. I think that's the main thing. You know, people sometimes get discouraged to think they've got to run, but you can walk fast, walk slow. There's always someone to talk to.
And there's always going to be somebody to talk to and somebody behind you. Okay,
yeah,
that's really encouraging. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Cheers. So I'm just at the Andy Warhol textiles exhibition. Basically looking at his work as a successful commercial illustrator and graphic designer. The whole exhibition is around like various prints and things that he made for Dovecote Studios, which is about a 15-minute walk from Parkrun, and it costs about £12. Warhol had an incredibly sweet tooth and really liked different types of desserts. So he created a textile which pays homage to the ice cream desserts of which he was so fond. Really fun. Originally this was for the wealthy in the 1920s and 30s and only ones who could travel, but designs of this from the 1950s became much more affordable and showed Americans that there was like leisure time and not just work time. These ones are some of the succulents. Here we have a textile with stars, angels and bugs, and it's been reversed. Yeah, just a really interesting exhibition showing some of the different things that Warhol did. So little local parkrun tourism today, just at the Dovecote Studios. Just trying to kind of show you. This building used to be the bath, but now it's been created into a wonderful art space. I've actually used it a lot for work in the past, and there's a wonderful space where they still do some incredible tapestry work. Some of the works they do take years to produce, so it's absolutely fascinating if you're looking for something different to do in Edinburgh on the tourist track. It's also very near the university that you can visit, the castle, the Royal Mile, so yeah, just some different ideas today as a more local. And on the parkrun, I'd say definitely do this one. You can also combine it with the walk right to the top of Arthur's Seat, where I think there's a drink point. It's just wonderful with wonderful views right around the city, 360 high up view, great volunteers of which I was one today, and just a really buzzy parkrun with lots of people, so really kind of kept going with, I think they often get around the 400, 500 numbers of people, so it's really a fun one. It feels like kind of a big event. Yeah, if you did want to have a coffee, you can have a coffee at Dynamic Earth after it. Otherwise you can walk into the city and there's plenty of choices. So I'm just going to wander just next to Dovecote is the wonderful Blackwell's bookstore, so I'm just going to go in there for a wander.